Hello everybody, my name is Cassandra and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making some deviled eggs with some not so pretty eggs. I'm assuming at some point before I bought them they got froze partially because the only ones that peeled are the bigger eggs that I already had in my fridge. But that's okay, they're deviled eggs and you're not going to look at the outside and how pretty it is. It's just for eating. I'm just going to do a very basic recipe because that's what my family tends to like the most. A lot of us are very picky. And so we start off, I have my trays. You peel your deviled eggs. Well, you peel your eggs. Slice them. And you pop out the yolk. I don't know how many people were ever shown how to make deviled eggs. And I know there's not a whole lot of just basic deviled egg recipes out there. Most of them have a bunch of extra fancy stuff tossed into them. But it is not really that hard. The most time consuming thing is peeling the eggs, especially if something went weird in the cooking process, or they got partially frozen, or you're just clumsy. So I'm going to get these all cut up and I'll come back and we'll make the insides for them. Okay, I got my eggs all cut up. You can either do it by hand like I'm doing it, or you can get a food processor out. You just want to mash up the yolks. I don't care if it's really fine. I know some people do. They like having that really silky texture, but I don't want to clean my food processor. To me, it makes a lot more sense to just do it by hand. But no, to each their own. Just mush it, and yes, my kid's still here. People always make comments about her making noise in the background. That's just who she is. Okay, I'm gonna mush it up a little bit more as I'm mixing it in, so that should be just fine. And for me, I use Miracle Whip and just a plain yellow mustard. You could of course use mayonnaise, but I use this because it has that sweet sort of flavor to it, so I don't have to add sugar or anything else to it. It also has like garlic and paprika and all that thing to make it a little more bland, because I'm not a very spicy type person. And I'm not putting pickles in it, I'm just going to use the vinegar. Most recipes call for like white vinegar or apple cider vinegar. I just use pickle juice. And there's no set recipe because all really depends on how many eggs you're using. Cannot get it off my spoon. I'm going to mix it up with my fork for a little bit until I'm sure I have enough mayonnaise, and then I can use my spoon so I don't have to do extra dishes. Planning ahead. Alright. You could literally just make 2 or 3 and use the same sort of process. Both for mine. You usually want to use a little bit more mustard than you think you're going to need, because of course the whites don't have any flavor to them at all. So if you over season it, you taste it and you think you put too much, it'll probably be fine once you're eating it all together. Because yeah, whites have no flavor at all. At all. Otherwise they get a little bland. Let's see, I think I need just a tiny bit more mayonnaise and I can use a spoon. Doesn't matter if it's extra soupy, you'll just have extra filling while you're eating it. Who doesn't like extra filling? Get rid of my fork. And no, I'm not going to edit out all this stuff because, you know, when people do this sort of things, they tend to skip over things they think are easy that some people may not actually know about. So I'm just gonna let you come along with me for a few minutes. Got my spoon dirty. 1 sec. Okay. And see, we have a nice little, pretty good consistency. And we're gonna add in a couple tablespoons of vinegar, pickle juice, brine. You could probably use like jalapeno juice if you want a little spicy. Anything you want, really. This is just a basic thing. It's spilled everywhere. This is why I don't do things on camera sometimes. I do too. I might add a little bit more once I taste it, but it'll loosen it up. See, now it's nice and silky smooth. A bit easier to scoop. And then you add salt and pepper. You don't have to, but you're going to want it. However much or however little you want. This will also be the point if you want to add something crazy in it, like hot sauce or dried herbs. You could probably add dried dill in it. Would be pretty good with the pickle juice and everything I put in it. But I do plain, and anything that anyone wants to add to it, they can add to it before they eat it. That way no one can't not have it, you know? You know what I'm saying? Now I'm going to do a little taste test. I'm going to add some more mustard because I can't really taste it yet, which is weird because of how much I put in there earlier, but that's what I'm saying. Sometimes I'm going to add some more salt to it too and probably call it good, and anyone else could just add extra pepper or salt to it if they want. My main flavoring is the mustard when I make it. I didn't really add very much salt, anyways. And yes, it's going to my family. They're not going to care if I taste it with my finger. If you care a lot, you could get a spoon and do a tasting with your spoon. But I do not care. My family does not care. But I am going to rinse my hand off at least as I taste it a second time and see if I got it right. Okay, that's better. I can taste a little bit of salt. I can taste the mustard now. So I'm going to clean up my mess. And then we'll start scooping it into the eggshells. Yeah, my kid's still loud. This is the point where if you really wanted to be fancy, you could pipe it into a bag and like spoon it in like you do with frosting. I'm lazy. I'm not going to do that. I did that a lot of times at one of my jobs I used to have. We did deviled eggs like every day for 2 months because of the holidays. And I don't want to. Some recipes call for like cream cheese and stuff that makes it a little stiffer, so it pipes a lot nicer too, but dairy free here. We all try not to kill each other at Thanksgiving, you know, whether it's food insensitivities or otherwise. You know what I'm talking about. Some families get a little rowdy around the holidays. We just show up, eat, go home. I'm just heading over to my sister's. My kid will terrorize my nephews, her cousin. And yeah, we're gonna scoop it in. Again, if you really like it pretty, use a piping bag or a Ziploc or something and pipe it in there. But we're just gonna eat them. I don't understand the point of making them really pretty. So I'm gonna finish these up and you can see them then. And voila, we have deviled eggs. This would also be the point where you'd like sprinkle paprika on top or dried parsley, but I don't like that on my deviled eggs, so I'm not going to. And when you eat them, you can season it however you want. Want to put some hot sauce on it? Go for it. Pepper, salt, anything that makes you happy, throw on top. It's a crowd pleaser for any get-together. Doesn't have to be Thanksgiving or Christmas or Easter. It can be a random barbecue or just a Tuesday night that you felt like having deviled eggs. Does not take very long. It literally took me longer to peel the eggs than to make it, so no. Also, if anyone has any tricks on how to make it so you can peel the eggs better, actually tried and true tricks, not random ones you find on the internet, you're not sure if they actually work or not, I would love to know because I am always a 50-50 if my eggs will peel or not. Anyways, I hope you all have a great day. Hope you enjoyed my video, and I will catch you next time. Later!